boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of records to open today. It's going to be pretty crazy. The most I've had to open in quite some time, and I don't know what's all in there. But welcome to the live stream. We're going to be doing the thing, and it should be fun, and then I'm going to go to the shop. But for now, we do this. And I have to put something in the chat real quick. So... Right, just put something in the chat. Now we're good to go. Let's let people come on in, and then we'll get started. There's a lot to get through. Like, a lot. I have so many boxes right here. It's going to be a box mountain by the time I'm finished. We got Oliver, Shrine, Scotty, Nick, Janosch, Jason, Avery. Sweet. We got a good crew cooking up right now. What's up, everybody? How are you? How are things going? Nice shirt. Thank you. I love this shirt. This shirt has actually seen better days. I feel like there's a hole. Yeah, there's a hole on the bottom of it. I got this so long ago, and I've looked for replacements, and they're really expensive. I guess it's like a hard to find shirt, which sucks. I'm still gonna wear it. I don't care. Holes are in, right? People wear like tattered shirts and tattered pants, and the hole's small enough to get away with, I think. Yeah, so let's see what's going on. I have all these boxes to open. I'm gonna be hitting this hard multiple times throughout the live stream, so just bear with me. But we have about 10 days left on TMR 18. We are nowhere near funding. I don't know what's going on. This is one of the best records I've wanted to put out on my label since starting the label. And we're not even close to funding. And I don't know what to do. I've pushed it really hard. I think the music speaks for itself if you listen to it. It's really beautiful. Really, really good. Indie just like could have been huge if it came out with the right marketing back in like 2005. But we only have 120 out of 200 orders. And if we don't hit 200 in the next 10 days, it doesn't get made. So... if you guys have not checked out the link, I have it pinned up there. Please listen to the album. Consider dropping a pre-order. Share it with any friends that might be interested. We are just... this might be the first record that doesn't get funded, which would be a tragedy because the record is so amazing. Truly, it's mind-blowing that other records just fund instantly, basically, in like a couple days, and this one is just like... Yeah, like, let me just play you, like, the first, because I guess the music I can play it because it's not on a label. So let me just play you the beginning of this record, just, like, so you can hear how good this is. Like, it's going to break my heart if this isn't fun. It's called What Now by Goose Don't Be Frightened, and the link is above. It's pinned at the top of this chat, but just listen to this.
Waking up at dawn, your feathers out on my face.
So this record is mastered all analog by Adam Gonsalves, who's a local Portland engineer that's engineered all sorts of really huge and amazing records. Just this song, just... How can anyone not want to pre-order this? Like, the fact that... We have unboxing to do, so we can't listen to the whole record, but oh my god, like, I don't know what else to do to convince people to get this record, and I haven't had to work this hard for any other record on the label to get funded, so I'm very worried. 80 more orders in 10 days is going to be tough, but it's, you know, it's all analog mastering. I don't want to say it's AAA because I don't know what specifically needs to happen in the recording process to make it AAA. But I know that it was mastered analog. So, you can sell them for half price. That would do it. You know what? I would sell them for half price if I could. That's just not how the world works. What does all analog mastering mean? I think it was recorded analog. I'm going to double check on all of that. I'm not the artist, so I can't speak to this as a, you know, with authority. But I spoke to Matt and Laura, and he said it was analog mastered. So I think he recorded the tape. I could be totally wrong. Let me update you guys on that. Either way, like, it's gonna sound incredible. Every record on my label sounds incredible, and I would love for this to not fail. I feel like if this record doesn't fund, I'm gonna be really upset and not want to do more records on the label for a while, because this is truly, I think, such a good record, and it's gonna be heartbreaking to see this not get made. So if you have not pledged, please pledge. If you know anyone that might be interested, please share it with them. That's all I'll say for now. I'll get back to it later. Let's open some dang records. Let's open some dang records. I have a lot of these to get through, and I'm really not sure exactly what. All right. We'll do Q&A at the end because we have a lot of things to get through. Oh, man, I ordered this so long ago. I forgot I even ordered this. We're starting off with a little hip-hop. This is Nas, The Lost Tapes. For a very long time. Is this an Obi strip? That's cool. It's not really... It's one of the side Obis that I hate. Like, I hate these, like, things that just, like, come on the side like that. But, I like the concept of it looking like one of those, like journals. This is Nas, The Lost Tapes. Get On Down finally did oh, it's numbered. That's cool. Numbered, which is rad. One of the more underrated Nas projects, and it never had a repress as far as I know. You call them phobies. That's funny. I actually like that. Phobies. Yeah, this phobie strip. Not good. If this was a regular Obi strip, this would be a 10 out of 10 packaging experience. Right now, as it stands, I'll give it like an 8.5. But yeah, this was out of print for a long time. We actually had a first press in the shop a while ago, and it sold pretty quickly. But when I saw they did a repress, I decided to jump in. Great Nas project. Really, really some of his better lyricism on that tape. I think it's really good. So glad that it's now readily available. What just happened? What just happened? I think I just lost my stream. Hold on. Are we still streaming? Okay. I clicked out of the YouTube. This is a chaotic live stream already. I'm sorry. Are we still here? Is everything good? Can I keep going? Because I accidentally I restarted. Okay. All right. We're good. Do I ship to the UK? Crates, I believe, ships anywhere. So yeah, you can order through Crates and be good to go. All right. What is this? This is a very complex package. Oh, I know what this is. Yes. This is the new album by Monica, which is an alter alias of one of my favorite lo-fi artists, Moo, M-O-O-W. Yikes. Talk about a corner crush. I mean, you know what? I really like Big Wax in terms of the stuff they put out, but there's always some kind of packaging issue or, like, warping issue with them. I mean, it comes from overseas, so I guess that's to be expected. But, yeah, this guy got mangled. That being said, I haven't listened to this yet. Very excited to hear this because Monica, Don't Look at Me, really excited. Everything this guy does, he's a French artist, just fantastic. And it comes with this. I don't know what this is, but it looks like there's a drawing of some kind on it. Is this still available? I don't know. Go check out Big Wax and see. I'm not sure if it's sold out or not. What is happening with this bag, though? It says to open the... What is in here? How do I open this? I don't want to destroy this bag with the cool art on it, but it's not opening the way that it said it would. Well, I guess I'm mangling this bag. Oh, it looks like there's like some kind of comic book, perhaps? Alright, put this over here. Okay, so it looks like, oh, there's like, oh, it's like art cards that make a comic. It's pretty cool. And then a poster? You guys know I don't love folded posters. No one puts folded posters on their wall after college. But, cool poster of the art. Whoa. More excited about these comic art cards, to be honest. But yes, very cool. Very excited to listen to this. Monica is the legend. Any more Moo or Monica is always appreciated. All right, we got another one, another mailer coming this way, and this is going to be a rip it. It's like Skip It, but with records. Rip it, rip it. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody? All right, we got 60 people in here right now. That's awesome. Welcome to the live stream. If you just joined, elevator pitch. We have a record up for pre-order right now. That's on the TMR label. We need 80 more orders in the next 10 days. It's an amazing album. You can listen to it and pre-order it at the link above. Please consider pre-ordering. If we don't fund this, I will cry. All right, here we go. Well, this is not good. Now this mailer has just been rendered useless because I just did that. Okay. Rest in peace, mailer. Whoa. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, I know what this is. So there's a company called Rebellin Remasters that does a bunch of, like, represses, apparently, like, high-quality ones of 80s records, but a lot of Oingo Boingo. And I picked up these two. Only a Lad. I think there was a first run of this that sold out, and these are second runs. 500 on clear and metallic blue. And then this is... what is this one called? Good for Your Soul. So, yeah, I picked up Dead Man's Party last time and another record. Basically, I grabbed Dead Man's Party for myself, and I like this record as well. But the rest are probably going to end up in the store. I just wanted to grab these because I feel like they're going to sell out, and Oingo Boingo stuff is hard enough to find as is. So I feel like it's definitely a good choice to grab it, because for me, I'm not going to regret it, because there's always going to be someone. I get people coming in the store asking about Oingo Boingo all the time. There's this one girl who it's her favorite band, and every time I get something unique, which is rare from them, she comes and buys it. So, yeah. All right. I just saw Cry live stream day before to help funding. That's funny. All right. I hate these mailers. I feel like these mailers, if anything valuable gets shipped in them, I will be very sad, because they just don't have a lot of... Oh, and of course it's something it's not crazy valuable, but it's not a cheapo. So, fun enough, I picked this up because I saw that this got a restock on Rare Waves on eBay. eBay, Rare Waves, they get occasionally things that are out of print, overstock, just kind of random things pop up, and they sometimes sell out really freaking fast. But this record is a tone poet of Grant Green's Nigeria, and for a while this was very out of print. So when I saw there was a small restock, I said, ooh, I should jump on this. And then it got a bigger repress like a couple weeks later. So here's a tip for you guys. If you see Rare Waves on eBay pop up with something that's been out of print for a while, there is always a chance that means they're about to have an actual repress. So this happened most recently with the Yeah Yeah Yeahs Fever to Tell. They put up a couple extra copies of what I believe was the earlier press, and then weeks later there was a repress that was widely available. So this happened the same with this Tone Poet. I really do like Grant Green. Of all the jazz that I'm getting into as a store owner, Grant Green is up there. So I'm excited to hear this. If it's not my bag, I'll probably put it in the shop. But yeah, you can never go wrong with a Tone Poet. There's always going to be somebody that wants Tone Poet records. Oh no. These are usually easy to rip. Every live stream has to have a fail, guys, and you guys are watching mine in real time. All right, we did it. You know, as they say. Oh, we got Goose Don't Be Frightened here right now. Guys, Goose is answering the question about the analog mastering. So, tracking digitally, mixed to tape, and mastered analog. So, does that make it DAA? Or what would that technically be? Either way, it's going to sound better than most records you own that aren't like audiophile analog AA records. So please, if you're concerned about the audio quality, first of all, most of my records that are just digitally mastered for vinyl sound great because I care about the process and the mastering studios I use are great. But this one is going to sound this one's going to sound particularly, there you go. I guess in particular or particularly. Anyway, I'm done. Please pre-order it. Just please. All right, let's see what we got here. I like this little sticky. Look at that guy. That's what I'm imagining that guy's doing. A little whistling record. What have we here? Oh yes, amazing. Did I just crush the sticker up? I think I did. Oh, wait, no. Still here. I'm going to save this little guy. I like this little guy. I'm going to save it. So this is the first ever repress, 1,000 copies on blue marble vinyl of Deep Forest's Boom. Deep Forest is a, I believe, 90s and early 2000s project that incorporates world music, ambient, trip hop, down tempo. It's just a kind of all-encompassing. If you're a fan of like Enigma, you would probably love Deep Forest. It's kind of very heady world music fused with kind of like house electronics that are chilled out. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but Deep Forest rules. So I actually have, this is my third Deep Forest LP. I've been lucky enough to track down the self-titled, and then there's one other, I forget what it was called, that I think came right after this possibly, and this was out of print for a long time, but it just got a Music on Vinyl repress, so very excited to, Jesus, Mother, Mary, and Joseph. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. That's too much damage. That is too much damage for me to overlook. That is absolutely gnarly. But it's a numbered MOV record, so I'm wondering if they're going to be able to provide me with a replacement. I don't know. That sucks. I guess we will find out. But yeah, I'm okay with dings. That ain't no ding. That's somebody that took a freaking hatchet to it. So that's unfortunate. But hopefully the music, if I can't get a replacement, is still there. As a store owner, I feel like I've just become a lot more lax when it comes to damage and stuff. I don't know. It's like, it's just so commonplace these days that it's hard to get angry about every single damaged record. Especially if it's just packaging. If it's the record itself, that's a little more egregious. But for packaging, like, I'm going to try to get a replacement. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't know. Yes, these I'm excited about. So, I really enjoy me some Bad Religion, and there were represses done recently through King's Road, and the UK versions, the represses, were way cooler than the US versions, so I decided to dip in on that. So first, let's talk about Against the Grain. Awesome record, classic Bad Religion, and the variants from the mock-up looked like it would be a really perfect match. So let's open it up and take a look. And then I'm more excited about the variant after this for the next one because it could be one of the coolest records I own visually if it matches the mock-up even a little bit. So let's see. So here we go. Let's take a look at this. Not as cool as I thought. It's cool, but not quite as epic as the mock-up. The mock-up made the splatter seem a little more omnipresent. But this is it's cool. It still matches decently well, purple and yellow. It's just not quite as epic of a splatter as I was hoping. I was hoping it would kind of cover the whole disc. But all right, let's look at the next one, because the next one has potential. Although if it looks like this, it's going to be disappointing. But so this is arguably my favorite Bad Religion record, No Control. I got a copy once upon a time, and there was like a defect in the pressing where the wax had a mark in it that caused a skip every time you heard it. So I've been jonesing to replace that copy for a long time, and I was like, you know what? They're going to come out with a variant one day that's going to be great. And the variant for this one, unless it's as... I guess we'll see what happens when I open this. But if the mock-up for this was absolutely bonkers, and it's actually what encouraged me to pre-order from Europe versus the U.S. So let's see. Let's see if they can nail it the way that I'm hoping they do. So, Bad Religion. Let's see. Ready? Oh, it looks cool from the little sliver I saw. It looks awesome. Ready? Wow, half of it just got absolutely ignored. That's crazy. Unfortunately, I wish this was all over it. I don't know what happened down here. Something just didn't get any puck. But the other side is amazing. I wish that, again, this was all over it, but but very cool variant. Yeah. Still awesome. It looks like a baby mage. It's true, yeah. Very beautiful coloring. Probably one of the cooler splatters I've ever seen that isn't a mage. And, yeah. Maybe I have to try to find a way to justify this in my head. Maybe it's like Pac-Man. No, it's not quite a sliver for Pac-Man, but still very cool. I feel you like it like this even more. They missed a spot. Yeah, they missed a spot. So I'm curious to see other people's versions of this. I got to look it up and see if other people got like way cooler variants than that are like all around. But that being said, very cool variant. I think it sold out pretty quickly. Let's hope it sounds as cool as it looks, because yeah, they nailed it. I mean, I think splatter technology is getting better and better as technology. That's not the right word, but you know. The way to design splatters is getting better and better as we get deeper into the hobby, which is awesome. Dunked everything but his heel, the Achilles heel effect. That's so funny. This was cool. I was lucky enough to grab this one right before it sold out. This is Microwave's album Stovall. And it's signed by the band. They put up a couple signed copies, and it's one of those times when I was just on vinyl releases on Reddit right at the right time, and I grabbed it. This is a great kind of like emo rock, alty emo rock record. And yeah, I forget if it's on colored vinyl. It might not be. Oh, it is. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, a nice kind of just like purple white marble. Yeah, I always loved the cover art for this record. Sorry, Tony. Yeah, you can't always get the signed copies, you know? Sometimes you miss the signed copies. Sometimes you miss your friend's 1-year record store anniversary. You know, we have to forgive and forget, right? We have to move on with our lives. All right, let's keep going. We still have a lot more to get through, guys, and I haven't even begun to do Q&A really yet, so called out. You knew I had to wait to call you out publicly. I couldn't do it privately. That's not as fun. Paul was there, Roland was there, Chris was there. No Tony, though. No Tony. That's weird. Oh, I'm excited to hear this. So, I don't know anything about this, but just everything about this makes me want it. So, this is Oh No, who is an awesome producer. It's a duo? Is Oh No the duo? Or is Oh No, is it Alchemist and Evidence? Who comprises Oh No? Remind me. I know Alchemist. I know Oh No and Alchemist have an album together. If Oh No, I'm looking it up right now because I don't want to mess this up. Oh No. Okay, no, it's a solo. Oh No is Gangrene is the group. Okay, so Gangrene is Oh No and the Alchemist. Here we go. So Oh No is a producer. He has a group called Gangrene with the Alchemist, who's one of the biggest producers on the planet. But this is a project called Good Vibes, Good Vibes, Bad Vibes, where they're basically taking a lot of Roy Ayers tracks and kind of flipping them and doing different versions of them. I love Roy Ayers. Huge fan of like his funkier side. I hope that this is more of his funky side and not as much as just the jazzier stuff he did at times. But this was, look at this cover. This cover is so cool. I just had to give this a shot based on the fact that I'm a huge fan of Roy Ayers, and I'm still trying to track down a lot of his records, especially Roy Ayers' Ubiquity stuff. But eventually I'll find it all. As a store owner, I'm learning that things will just appear if you wait long enough. Some crazy stuff walks into the store. I got a trade-in yesterday of records, and there were some really crazy things in there that were awesome. There was like a bunch of cool world music that I've never heard of that's super obscure, but like seems like might have some desirability. There was like a 764 Hero record. There was a Frogs record. Like very cool. Alex is here. Thank God. All right, we can continue now. I was waiting to do the live stream until Alex got here, but now she's here, so we're good. Hi. Alex, you missed me on a soapbox trying to get people to get Goose Don't Be Frightened. It was pretty, it took a long time. Oh no, the only one to sample N64 cartridges on Rhythm Roulette. That's awesome. What's up, Genova7? What's up, homie? Alex, you came here just in time for this Avenged Sevenfold, Hail to the King. This was out of print for a while, and I've seen it popped up lately on Discogs, so I think it got a stealth repress because I got it for like $22 plus shipping. I don't know this record that well, but I'm excited to hear it. Mastered by Bob Ludwig. Always a good sign if you want your records to sound good. If you see that, always a good sign. Mastered by Mr. Bob Ludwig, the legend. All right, what is this? Did they send me 2 of these by accident? Didn't I just unbox one of these? I feel like I just unboxed one of these. This is the repress of Simple Plans, No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls. Their best record by far. And I ordered one. I thought I just unboxed one. Did they send me 2 by accident? That happens more often than you would think. I have the red vinyl variant, which I actually kept from Jim's collection because I love that record. I haven't looked up to see if this sounds better or worse than the red. I guess I'll keep whichever one sounds better. But, no, I think I unboxed this last live stream. Maybe not. Anyway, that being said, it's always a good record to have. If I have 2 of them, one goes in the store. People are always looking for that record. So, all right. This is a big boy from 100% Electronica. They put on... Okay, yeah, you know, it wasn't a recent unboxing. Okay, so they did send me 2. All right, well... Happy accident. The store gets 1, and I get 1, maybe. 100% Electronica. Label started by the legend George Clanton. George Clanton being one of the forefathers of the Vaporwave scene with his Esprit project, and then George Clanton kind of became a bigger deal. Let's see what's in here. This will be a bunch of Vaporwave. Let's see. So, this is Death Dynamic Shroud, Faith in Persona. So I realized that I was behind a handful of albums by Death Dynamic Shroud. I have their early stuff on vinyl, but their last like 3 I kind of haven't even listened to. I think they're one of the best Vaporwave groups without a doubt. Top 3. The guys who are in it, Tech and James, are so nice. And I met them a few times. They're both sweethearts, and their music is super unique within Vaporwave. I feel like they really capture the essence of the sound collage in a way that makes every project they do feel distinct from one another. So I decided to pick this up. I believe this is the newest one, I think. And then I also went a little buck wild. Are we seeing Clanton at Holocene in September? I'd like to go. Roland just texted me about that today. So you'll come out for Clanton September, Tony, but you won't come out for the 1-year anniversary of TMR. I see your true colors. I'm not going to let you live this down. Small Black, Moonkiller. I actually don't know Small Black very well, but they signed to 100% Electronica, and they've been putting out some of their projects. I listened to a little snippet of some of the stuff, and I really enjoyed it. So this is a band that completely missed me, but I'm excited to kind of dive into now and give it more of a listen now that I'm catching up. Because 100% Electronica puts out so much stuff. Am I bitter? Am I bitter that one of my friends who lives a few hours away didn't come? Yet Terry flew across the country and came? No, I'm not bitter. That'd be weird. I'm not bitter. I'm actually not bitter. I understand. Tony has a lot going on. I completely understand. But I still have to give him a little crap, right? Like, I can't just let him get away with it. I forgive him, but I can't just let him off. There's two different things. So this is Satin Sheets, St. Francis, or this is a deluxe version. So I have the first press of this, and this is a great kind of earlier Vaporwave record, very catchy, and I have the first press, but this has a second disc of extra material, so now I'm going to keep this and put the first press in the shop. Like I said, more Death's Dynamic Shroud. This is Dark Life. I missed this record completely, but these guys do not miss. If you don't know Death's Dynamic Shroud, please check them out. And then this is another Small Black record that I got. This is I thought the packaging was supposed to be holographic. Am I crazy? I thought there was something special about this packaging. Maybe I'm wrong, but I love the cover art for this. Excited to dive more into Small Black. Apparently they're very good. God, there's still so many boxes to unbox. Oh my Lanta. All right. Let's keep it going. And this is also from 100% Electronica. All right, I promise we're done with Vaporwave after this. This is from the 100 Club they do, which they sometimes drop records that aren't to be repressed and limited to 100. And if you get it in time, you get it. And I got tipped off that this FM Skyline which is a pretty solid artist. Not one of my top artists, but I had a few tapes back in the day from FM Skyline, and I enjoyed it. But when it's limited to 100, never to be reissued, from 2019, I was there in time. I couldn't not give it a shot. Because that's one of the ones where if I listened and I did not, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't have it, it would be very hard to track one down. I missed the first one of the series, which was an Esprit record, which I'm really mad about because I love that project. So I missed that one. Maybe I can trade somebody who isn't as into it, who jumped on it in time. All right, so this is a flimsy mailer. This mailer looks like it was made out of seed paper. What is in here? It's just a disc. Oh, I know what this is. This is my girl, DJ Sabrina, the teenage DJ. She sent me a record before, and the sleeve got all jacked up and bent, and the disc was warped. So she sent a replacement out. Best customer service in the game. Really cool disc color. If you haven't heard DJ Sabrina, the teenage DJ, and you like kind of poppy, housey, electronic music, definitely check it out. Oh, we got Van in here. What's up, playa? Van, you and Sonny need to come down for a beverage soon. Now that it's time, now that you guys can legally get into bars. All right, let's see. This is a big box. It looks like there's a... Oh, it's just a lot of inserts, which are always appreciated. I love this. Thank you. Enjoy. I love that. I will enjoy, especially because of that. Oh, I know what this is. I'm running out of room to put stuff places. So this is a very difficult record to find in the U.S. It is a kind of plunderphonic-y, down-tempo electronic project called by Tipsy. And this is called Uh-Oh. If you guys like kind kind of like the Stennis record I put out on my label, or Avalanches, or kind of like the trip-hop down-tempo scene from the late 90s, early 2000s. Tipsy is a great project to check out, and you just can't find this record in the States. I got lucky. It's been on my Discogs want list for a long time, always from overseas, always more shipping than I want to pay. But a U.S. store got a copy, and they were selling it for a very fair price. I think it was like $30. And they actually refunded a little bit more of my money because they said that there was a corner bend. Oh, I see it. That's not bad. I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's a crease, but it's not the end of the world. I'm in this for the music, so very excited to have tracked that one down for what I believe to be a pretty good price. Right. Is nobody gonna ask me about how the National was? I went 2 nights in a row. You guys are hurting my feelings. All right, we'll get to it though. This is a embargo record. I cannot talk about this. You guys know sometimes I get these video game releases that if you talk about them publicly, you get excommunicated. So that was one of them, and I apologize. There's a fat embargo on that. It's also super obscure. I don't think anybody would really care about that one, but all right. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I've been trying to catch up on my Buckethead records that I'm missing out on. So this is Buckethead Land 2. I also recently picked up Buckethead Land. I mean, if you guys don't know Buckethead, he's one of the most virtuoistic? No, he's a virtuoso. How do I describe, what's the word I use to describe that? Anyway, he's a genius. He has like hundreds of albums. Some of them are probably not great, but Buckethead Land 2, that's true. I did say Q&A was after. That's true, Jeff. Good call. So I'm trying to pick up the ones I missed. Before I only had Shadows Collide with the Sky, and now I have a couple more. And I also got 2 more on the way. Just amazing guitar playing, and the fact that Alex has opened me up to so much more metal. There's a lot of elements of Buckethead that could be characterized as heavy metal, groove metal, even like kind of heavier stuff. He really gets experimental. So I think now that I'm more into metal, I'll appreciate some of the Buckethead projects that I had never appreciated prior. So shout out to Alex for being so wonderful and helping me become a better music fan, which is hard to do. I think I'm pretty good, but you can always be better. All right. A nice acoustic sounds mailer. What did I even order here? Van, I'll get to your question after this. Come on, Q&A comes after. You know how this works. No one asked me about the National until after we're done unboxing. Okay, so this is funny. Okay, I ordered. Guys, all National questions will be answered. I promise. We're almost done. So I ordered from Acoustic Sounds, and I guess I must have gotten this right after I got the other Tipsy record. But this is the other Tipsy record that I love. It's like the Ninja Turtles type font, kind of. This is the other record I was having trouble finding, and Acoustic Sounds had a copy used. I don't know if you guys know this, but Acoustic Sounds not only sells like audiophile stuff, they also have a used section, and sometimes you can find good stuff. So I got both Tipsy records in the span of like 2 weeks, and I was looking for them for years. So very cool. And this one might be controversial for some. This was actually a Alex is gonna laugh when she sees this. So I got suckered in by Noble Records. Did a story saying that this is one of the best kind of guitar albums and one of the best sounding rock records he owns, because this is all analog from Analog Productions, Acoustic Sounds. And you know what? I don't really know much about Ted Nugent. I know that he's a controversial figure, and I don't really know much about him and the way he interacts with the world. I don't really care. But I'm very curious to know if this album really slaps the way that Dylan says it does. So I'm going to give it a real listen on the old Clearaudio, and if I like it, I'm going to keep it, and if I don't, someone's going to come in the shop and be stoked to see this. So, Dylan, this is on you, man. Sometimes you're in these streams. I don't think you're in here right now, but I'm trusting your take on this, and if it's hopefully it's as good as you say it is. Only a couple more to go, guys, and then I'm going to talk about the National until you all leave. It's going to be great. This is another one that got a somewhat stealth repress. Although, I think this has some controversy. So this was out of print for quite some time. This is Bill Evans and Jim Hall, Undercurrent. Considered by many to be a top-tier jazz record. But I've read mixed reviews about the MoFi. So apparently, some say that the MoFi isn't as good sounding as the original presses, and that the tape hiss is more apparent on the MoFi than on the originals. I don't know if that's true. I think that when it comes to audiophile reviews, it's very subjective. I find that a lot of the time audiophiles love to find things wrong with things as opposed to enjoying things. So for me, when it comes to analyzing an audiophile release, I want to do it on my own, and I want to make my own opinion. Unless there's like an overwhelmingly negative amount of stuff that's kind of across the board. A lot of the times people just love to kind of be snobby, and I don't love that about the hobby, so that rhymed. So I'm going to give this a listen and see if it sounds good. It is a very beautiful record. We had an 80s repress of this in the store, and I listened to it, and it sounded great. The pressing was a little crackly, so I would love to hear one that's not, but very excited to give this a spin, and hopefully it isn't as bad as those audiophiles say it is. Those big bad audiophiles. All right, we got 3 more, and then we're talking. Speaking of Noble Records, Elias Hulk. This was his last release. I think it was limited to 300 on red vinyl. Kind of bluesy rock. Read if you like Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Zeppelin, Leaf Hound. And he did a repress of this with his label. I'm buying everything Noble puts out, basically. He's got good taste. And when it comes to music he likes, I'm so novice. So I look to him for guidance the way that some of you guys might have looked to me for guidance from more of the genres I lean heavily on, like lo-fi or vaporwave or grunge or hip-hop and stuff like that. So excited to give this a listen. I just love that it's also like this weird Hulk on the cover. I think it's great. Alright, Gonolith, you jammed it yesterday. That's awesome, man. Alright, let's keep going. We got 2 more. I don't know if I could show this one, and that's because it relates to a video I'm going to do later. I'm not going to show it. You might have caught a glimpse of it just there, but I'm not going to show it. Sorry, guys. I got to keep some mystique. I got to keep you guys, intrigued as best I can. You know what's cool? I'll tell you guys this randomly. I don't know if you guys are big YouTubers or not, but there's a guy who comes to the shop every now and again, and he's really nice, and we talk, a decent amount whenever he's in there. And I think he's only been coming for like 2 months. And I found out yesterday he is a massive, massive YouTuber. Like, he's the face of a channel that has a million subscribers. It's called Digital Trends. They review like TVs and audio gear and all kinds of stuff. But it was super cool to be like, oh, wow, you're like a YouTube celebrity. And he just comes in the shop and he loves the shop and he said so many nice things about it. So I'm trying to convince him to come and do a vinyl-related video with me at the shop for Digital Trends, which would be cool exposure and also fun to collaborate with a cool channel. So, I was just like, this guy's really good at talking. And, like, I asked him, like, what he did, and then he told me, and he was like, oh, I do this stuff on YouTube. And I was like, oh, what's your channel? And as he's talking to me, I pull it up, and I was like, oh, 1 million subscribers. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. So I thought that was pretty funny. And we're ending with one more Buckethead record. Told you guys I had 2 more incoming. This one's called, that's not the name of this record. What is it? It's not Performances of the Bloodless Guillotine. That's not the name of it. It's I can't believe he doesn't have the actual name on this jacket. I forget what the name of this record is, but that's not the album name. But Buckethead Land, let's go. Buckethead, the goat. All right. Haven't pushed the Goose Crates project. Yeah, that might be a little harder of a sell. If it was a vinyl related channel or a music related channel, sure, but it's a gear channel, so it's a little more niche. All right, let's go back and do some Q&A, folks. Before we do the Q&A, I have to be a broken record, pun intended. Please pre-order this record. We need 80 more copies pre-ordered in the next 10 days, or it does not get made. It is a beautiful, amazing. It's in 4 movements. Like, Matt is inspired by classical music, so there's 4 movements on the record. Each side is its own movement musically that has callbacks to previous songs. It's a masterpiece of a record, I believe, and I can't believe how far we are from goal after so many days. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to promote it anymore. I think, we just need more people to give it a chance and listen to it and pre-order it. If you pre-ordered 1 copy, pre-order a 2nd copy. Why not? Someone in the TMR group is guaranteed to be asking about it after it gets shipped. Oh, I missed it. Does anyone have an extra copy? You'll have the copy for them. So if you want to help it get funded, please consider. But that being said, let's go back and answer some of the questions. I know there were some national questions. So, okay, let me go back. So, let's see. I just saw the National twice at Edgefield. I was front row center, basically on the rail, like 1 off from the rail, for both nights. And it was amazing. Van asks, was the set list different the second night? Yes. The sets on this tour have been so wild. They're pretty known for not deviating from a set during a tour, like maybe 1 song switching out. But this tour, they're pulling out all kinds of absolutely crazy wildcard tracks that you never would expect. And for me, I was hoping for alligator tracks because leading up to the Portland dates, they had played they played Geese of Beverly Road, All the Wine, Baby Will Be Fine, and Daughters of the Soho Riots, which is like a top tier song for me. Alligator is obviously my favorite album of all time, so I was hoping for more Alligator. We only got 1 Alligator song outside of the obvious Mr. November during the shows, which bummed me out. It was Able, which is an amazing song, on the second night, but Matt screwed up the second verse and like skipped it, and then at the end, Aaron was like, yeah, we'll come play the second verse for you next time we're here. And I was like, ugh! Like, they acknowledged that it got messed up. But we did get some interesting deep cuts. The first night, we got one of the deepest cuts possible. They played the song Cherry Tree from the Cherry Tree EP, which, according to setlist.fm, they have not played that since 2010. And back then, they only played it very sparingly. So, felt very lucky to see that song live. And night 2 was great. I mean, we got a really cool rendition of Demons. I'll Still Destroy You was awesome. The set lists were very varied. I probably saw across the 2 nights like 35 unique songs, which is awesome. And I'm watching as I drone on about the National. We're losing viewers. Anyway, it was an amazing set. Recommend a starting point album from the National. I think that Boxer is always a great starting point because it's kind of, for most people, their favorite record. But you can't really go wrong with Boxer, High Violet, Trouble Will Find Me as starting points. Any of those are really great. All right, enough about the National unless there's more questions, which I'll get to. Did I pick up the Vampire Weekend? I did. I picked up the Vampire Weekend. I'm excited to have that snippet of that live show on vinyl, especially the 10-minute Joker Man. It's pretty sick. Did I hear about Astrud? Yes. Rita Lee, Gal Costa, and Astrud Gilberto in 1 year. I don't know Sinara Faria. I probably should, but yeah. Ugh, we're losing people. We gotta hang on tightly to Caetano Veloso. Can you bundle separate orders to avoid double shipment charge? That's a good question. I would message Crates on that to ask. I'm not sure. But I'm sure if you messaged them ahead of time, they'd probably be able to work it out. Do I feel an existential dread knowing there's a lot of great music out there I'll never hear? Oh, yeah. I try not to think about it too much. Like, if... like, the idea that my favorite album of all time I've never heard and may never hear is really stressful, but it's kind of like... It's like thinking about the butterfly effect too much, right? It's like little things you do will change the course of your life, and you have no way of predicting any of those things, so there's no real reason to think about them, right? Thoughts on the new National record? I love it. I love it. So, first listen, I liked it. Second listen, I really liked it. And it's only grown on me ever since. And seeing the new tracks live. So, Grease in Your Hair and Eucalyptus on the album were two of the lower tracks for me. I thought they were good, not great. Live, they were unbelievable. And they're now like some of my favorite tracks on the album. I think that it's one of the best records they've ever put out. And it really took enough listens and seeing it live for it to click like that. But I would say it's easily in their top 5. And this is their 9th record, I believe. Have I listened to new Foo Fighters? I have not listened to it yet, although I am keen to listen to it because I hear it's pretty fantastic. I haven't really liked Foo Fighters in a long time. There were some songs I liked off Sonic Highways, but I haven't really been into the Foo Fighters as a full album band in a long time. So I'll be curious. Did I listen to that Dodie record yet? Corey, I know it's in my backlog to listen to ASAP. I will get to it. Maybe I'll try to bring it to the store and listen to it because that's the easiest way for me to listen to records these days is to do it when I'm at the shop. What song was I most happy to hear live at the national shows? I mean, seeing Cherry Tree was I never thought I would ever get to see that song, and being that close and kind of like, that was awesome. The other amazing song was night 2. They did Murder Me Rachel from Sad Songs for Dirty Lovers, which is another song I never thought I'd see live. So I love that they're busting out some of these older tracks that are, I've seen the National enough times where it's like, I've seen them do Mistaken for Strangers and Blood Buzz Ohio and England and Terrible Love and Mr. November. I've seen those like 7 times. So it's like, I'm not as excited about them, but like getting some of those deep cuts is really fun. Berninger was drunk, wasn't he? I think he's mostly sober these days. I don't think he drinks much, if at all, anymore. He was hitting his pen throughout the show. I don't know if it was just vaping or if it was weed, but no, I think Matt sounded clearer and crisper than I've heard him sound in a very long time. The band sounded tighter than they have. They sounded better than they did at Red Rocks last year, or when I saw them when they last toured Red Rocks, which was awesome. You would buy more records, but you still owe money to the money you owe. Nice. That's a national reference for those of you guys who aren't fans. It's really, really good. What's really, really good? Did I miss your other comment? All right. Well, we are getting close to the end here. If you guys have any more questions, now would be the time to fire them at me. If anyone would like to toss me a super chat, feel free. This is the time. We are at $0.00 right now, which might be a first, but that's okay. I don't do these for the money. I don't do these for the $8 I walk away with. I do this for the love of the music and the talk. What's the story behind the R. Kelly Ignition 12-inch that Noble Records sent me? That's funny. Noble Dylan likes to just mess with me. So as packing material with my my order of orangutan, he sent an R. Kelly 12-inch, which I thought was very funny. And I had to give him crap for it. The Foo Fighters record's really good. Okay, cool. I definitely am excited to hear it. The record store day at your work has the National Sleep Well Beast on crystal clear. That's cool. I have it on, I believe, green. Sufjan's Michigan will be pressed on red vinyl. Ooh, yeah. I actually might be interested. Do you know if that's getting a U.S. distro? Because Michigan has not had a colored variant yet, and I would love to have one. But if it gets a U.S. distro, I'll just get it here. But I am intrigued for sure. It's dead silent. All right. Well, if there's no other questions to answer, I guess we can call this. That this was a productive and exciting live stream. Thank you all for being a part of it. And I'm going to head to the store now. So if you're local, come say hi. Otherwise, lots more exciting content to come in the near future. So thank you again for spending a little time with me. Please pre-order the Goose Don't Be Frightened record. Please, 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 please. We need 80 more. Please, please do it. Okay. Talk to you guys soon.